Hmm.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. Did I miss it? I did miss it.
How are you? Have a good one.
Oh, I need a drink. This music's a bit loud, isn't it? Bring it, Buckler. Bring it. Alright, this... You know, sometimes when I sit at my computer desk, I'm just not comfortable, and this is one of those times. I don't know why that is. Let me clean off my mouse pad real quick. Could be that my mouse pad's dirty. Sometimes I feel like the resistance, you know, a little pushback on the mouse as I'm sliding over the mouse pad, and I can't help it. I'm anal. It drives me nuts. You know, it's like I'm playing with the sun in my eyes. It's like, no. Luckily, I just keep little alcohol wipes next to onto my desk just for this very occasion. All right, let's rock and roll. Oh, the shadow bolts hurt so bad. Still need Dizzy Eye, a couple Snuff. What else do we need? I still need more of the charts, which is weird because I literally just went past some. We picked up one of them, right? Yeah, Bloodsail charts. And there was another one in the boat, which is interesting. Apparently it was the same one. That's kind of a scary spawn. He just appeared out of nowhere. I would say these are some pretty fast spawn rates right now, because we just came through here. I just came through here like literally like, you know, a minute ago. Yeah, that's not the chart. Did I? Interesting. Very interesting. Let's just let my pet get some threat. Apply the little poison dart. I always think of Serpent Sting on the melee hunter as like, on my hybrid melee hunter is like a poison dart from Battle for Azeroth. That's how I use it. I use it as like a poison dart. From Battle for Azeroth has that. Actually, Battle for Azeroth Survival Hunter is actually really, really good. That's when survival was actually kind of good. See, there's the charts. Okay, it spawned the ones I needed on top of the ones I just looted. I want more health. Yeah, I don't think we can pull this without getting multiple mobs, which is gonna suck. We'll see if we can pull the buckler. Oh, we did. Sweet! Disarm. I got something for you. Oh. Now we should be able to get the charts and just sneak him, hopefully. This guy's gonna attack us. Yep. It's all good. Need more hit rating. Need more hit rating. We're getting that pretty soon, though. Our next 3 talent points are going to be in hit rating, so that's going to help tremendously. See, missed wing clip multiple times. Poison dart missed. Still need Dizzy's Eye and some snuff. And these guys do pretty good damage. Fuck, inventory is a disaster. Sometimes you can get these guys before their pet spawns. Miss. That rogue was pretty ballsy when I was in group with rogue a few minutes ago, and we were about to camp over here to my right. He just charged it and attacked, like, he sapped 1 and attacked 3. Which is ballsy. I mean, he was in a group with me, but what if I decided to just leave group right then? I mean, he just would have vanished and took off. I'm sure, but still was kind of ballsy. Look at the damage. Swap to my two-hander. See how the two-hander does. Do, 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 do. To hit the first aid trainer. I've already done that. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Cloak.
Greetings.
Cloak,
For the
cloak.
Alliance.
Yep.
Light bless you.
Nice upgraded cloak. What's it look like? Oh shit. It's a long cloak. Pretty cool.
Yeah, what do you want?
What do I want?
Have a good one. How are ye? Watch your back. What brings you here? Farewell. Go in peace.
Check Caitlin's blade. Pretty boy Duncan.
Lukta. Go with honor.
He's not gonna hit that.
Hey there. Safe travels. Farewell.
Yes, that row was doing 150 DPS per second. Yeah, not surprising at this level.
Talk to me! Hurry back! Need something? See you later.
Yeah, halfway. Yeah. What's up, Ripple? How's it going? Well, we're just trying to make our way. I always feel like once we get to 50, it's the home stretch, though. Because once you get to 50, there's so many things. I'm hoping maybe I can do some ZF runs. Let's see the 45 here. Maybe we'll CF's good at 45.
Hello. See you around.
Looking for something specific?
What is? Oh, that's for the other one. Still the tides. I just can't wait till we can do like BRD and stuff, you know. But my gear's so crappy. Well, my weapons are amazing, but actually my gear's pretty good. My greens are good. It's just that
No.
it's just that no matter what, until you get 60 and start getting some of the 60 blues, you just feel a lot, squishy. Don't have as much armor. You know, some of the male gear that you get that's like epic, has really good armor. And we're gonna get the Savage Gladiator chain from BRD. I was watching Cargos and he was soloing that encounter, so I don't know if I'm gonna try doing the solo. Just solo it until I get it. I might try that. But I would like to have some sort of safe measure if the shit hits the fan, you know what I mean? And I'm not sure exactly what that would be. Because Petra's not going to do any good, you know? I don't know. Not as a solo player trying to solo that encounter. Ren's buff is just dropping. Misión del Jefe de Guerra, Rend. Se ha caído. I don't know what caído is. The benefits? I have no idea. Yeah, like my armor, like right now we're looking at armor reduction, damage reduction 32.8, which is not great. I mean, as a someone wearing wearing mail, you're not going to get super high, but we'd like to get it up at least to around maybe 40%. That would be useful. They are indeed. I bought one Flurry Axe, and I won't tell you how I got the other one. But I did buy them. That's why I don't have any money. That's why I don't have a mount. I did grind for about 3 days.
What can I do for you?
Oh, they are not. They are not cheap.
See
Actually, I
you
got the first one. The first time I saw Flurry Axes was because when I hit a new server and I'm playing Melee Hunter, Flurry Axes are my go-to. I mean, they're like the best pre-raid for me and for a Melee Hunter. And so I'm always looking out for them right away, like right away. Once I get to the point where I'm up to close to 100 gold. And I saw them first hit the auction house at like 300 gold. And of course, I'm like, I can't afford that. But I knew they were going to come down because I knew that not that many people had gold on the server. So, and the gold sellers were selling gold, but it was really expensive. So a lot of people just weren't going to have that. So I knew the prices were going to go down. But as the price of gold goes down over the length of the server, then the prices of the items are going to go up. So your best bet to get items like Flurry is pretty early, like in the early of the life of the server. So they started at 300 gold. I watched about 3 of them get relisted about 2 or 3 times, and they just kept going down and down and down. And finally, I messaged one of the guys that was listing one of them. And he'd gone from 300 gold down to about 200, and I said, I'll give you 150, which is pretty much almost all the gold I had. I had about 160, and so I got the first one for 150 gold. And then we'll just say the next one was streamer privilege. That's all I'm going to say about the second one. But I did grind out the money to get Crusader, because that cost me like another 100 gold. And I did that I spent about 3 days killing the elementals, the earth elementals in the Badlands. And I was making probably like 10 gold an hour. And since I was just killing them to level, I leveled a couple, like 2 or 3 levels, just killing them. I ended up making, 100 gold pretty, it wasn't that hard to make gold because the solid stone, they drop so much stuff. They drop these chipped stone fragments, and they drop solid stone, and they drop deep rock salt. The deep rock salt sells for like 50 silver a stack to the vendor. You can try to sell it in the auction house, but, it's not going to sell that well. But the solid stone sells almost every single time. And the solid stone was selling for almost a gold a stack. So yeah, I was making anywhere from like, I'd say 6 to 8. I'd say like 6 gold to 10 gold an hour farming those guys. And so that's how I got the money for the Crusader. Because Crusader was freaking expensive. It cost me like 100 gold to get the Crusader. And I still need Crusader on the other one. Yeah, but farming the elementals is always fairly lucrative if you can kill them fairly quickly, and I actually was taking them down pretty quickly. Once I got the first Flurry Axe, it helped tremendously. And again, the thing with the Flurry Axe is they'll feel really weak at lower level. I mean, they feel kind of weak when you're fighting mobs that are your level or high, that are your level. Because it just, for whatever reason, I mean, well, a lot of it's just your hit rating, right? Like, dual wield, you have the dual wield hit penalty. I don't have any talent points in hit rating right now, but I will. My next 3 levels are all going to go into hit rating. Sure-footed. Oh, I screwed up. I totally screwed up. I was going to, well, no, it's okay. We can drop my pet at Feralus, at Featherman. But, it's just a longer run. Yeah. Well, no, what we could do is we could drop my pet here, then we can fly here, then we can get the pet to upgrade my pet's abilities, then go back here, and then fly back here, and then drop that one and get mine again. We'll do that. But, I remember. Oh, what I was saying was like with the hit penalty with dual wield on a melee hunter, it's really bad. I mean, you miss a lot. And so with Flurry, and especially with like Crusader enchants and different enchants on your weapon, obviously the more chances, the fewer the misses, the more chances you're going to proc Flurry. The more chances you're going to proc Fury. The more extra attacks you get. The more extra attacks you get. The more chances you have to proc Flurry again, and the more chances you have to proc your weapon enchants as well as Crusader. You know, if you got Frost Oil. So really, hit rating is a huge spike in your damage with Flurry X. It's like when you get when you get near the hit cap, you're going to see your damage just spike like huge. So you'll see my damage, like right now when I'm critting with Flurry Axe, it's like, you know, 230 to 250 damage, you know. But at like 60, I'll be critting around 500 to like 600. And of course, crit rating is going to be really important as well, because, you know, you're dual wielding. You want crit, obviously. Crit's always going to be big for melee, but it's hard to get super high crit. Like pre-raid, my crit was coming in with, you know, with Raptor Strike, probably around like 30% crit rating. You know, I always wanted to get higher than that, but I probably could get a little higher than that. But I mean, you're going to be going with, you know, Songflower. You know, make sure you got Mongoose. You're going to want Elixir of the Giants. You know, and so strength. I mean, obviously, the other thing that people might overlook on Melee Hunter is you want to get scrolls, like scrolls of strength and agility, like the highest rank scrolls of strength and agility, because you want to apply those to your pet. So you want to puff your pet as much as possible and increase your pet damage as well. So a lot of people kind of overlook that. You can also put, well, you wouldn't know it on Melee Hunter if it's more for a Marksman Hunter. But there's other things you can do if you're a Marksman Hunter for damage, but that people don't always think about. Alright, here we go. Oh, is there not a stable master here? Ah, there is. I wasn't sure if there was.
Hello. May the stars guide you. Ishnu Allah. Good luck, friend.
Oh, here since I'm in kind of a guild that does a little bit of role play, let's do some role play. We'll pull out my Shady Moon background story and we'll update it. Shady Moon Melee. Let's see, edit video. It's not on this one, huh? Here it is. And the hell's word wrap? Yeah, let's see. Let's do. We'll add a picture too. What picture do we want to put on our... We're going to put a little background story in the Discord server. Let's do... Whoops. These are various AI generated images for this particular hunter leveling. Which one do we want to use for our character background story? Okay. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. Oh, look. We need Discord Nitro because apparently it's too long. Here, hold on a second. Let's fix that. I've been wanting to re-pick up Nitro, actually. Let's do monthly. It's only $10 a month. Nitro. Oh, you are now supercharged. There it is. Pale Moon. The background story of the mythical melee hunter. The mystical realm of Azeroth, nestled among the towering trees of Teldrassil, lived a young night elf named Pale Moon. From a young age, she displayed a unique affinity for the natural world, connection to the land and its creatures that set her apart from her peers. Born beneath the silver moonlight that bathed Teldrassil, Pale Moon's life was closely tied to the sacred groves and ancient forests that enveloped her homeland. Her parents, both skilled hunters and trackers, recognized their daughter's innate talents and nurtured her connection to the wilderness. As Pale Moon grew, she embarked on a journey of self-discovery, seeking to understand the language of the animals. Spending countless nights beneath this starlit canopy, she learned to communicate with the denizens of the woods, forming unbreakable bonds with creatures both great and small. Her closest companions became a wise owl named Moondancer and a swift cheetah named Swiftclaw. Pale Moon's skills extended beyond her ability to commune with animals. Under the guidance of her parents, she trained tirelessly in the art of combat. She became proficient with staves, axes, swords, daggers, mastering the technique of a true night elf warrior. True night elf warrior. Oops. I don't know why it says warrior. Here, let's edit this. True night elf. Where is it? We'll just say huntress. Or no, let's say hunter. We'll say hunter. Her graceful movements and swift strikes earned her the respect of her kin. Role of a hunter. Okay, good. So it was hunter. I don't know why I called warrior. Probably just because she was a warrior and then became a hunter. I don't know. Most tragically possible. When her cousin Shadyvale fell victim to the malevolent great dragon Narillissance. This is funny because I actually was leveling. I first was leveling my melee hunter and it was Shadyvale, and she died to Narillissance at level 35. So I actually lost a melee hunter, and then I went to Shady Moon, and then Shady Moon went straight to 60. But I first died on the first melee hunter I was leveling on Skull Rock to Narillissance, which was really sucked, by the way. The monster creature's rampage left devastation in its wake, taking the life of Pale Moon's beloved cousin, leaving her with a burning desire for revenge. determined to honor Shalevel's memory and bring justice to the fallen family. Make a solemn vow she pledged to become a renowned adventurer and hunter. With Moon Dancer and Fade by her side, Pale Moon embarked on her journey. Okay, let's go ahead and change this. Moon Dancer, what she'd have named. Fade. Alright. Enough pleasantries. Enough pleasantries. I need some, oh man, I didn't grab any food buffs. That's okay, we're gonna farm some food buffs here pretty soon. Alright. Tracking. We need a long tooth runner. How much health do we have? Not a lot. Oh, is that? Oh, shit. There we go. Long tooth runner. What is my, do I even have it on my bars? It doesn't look like I do. Okay, tame beast. Sweet. I got cheat up like an idiot. I always forget. But we should be good. Wow, I actually can tame them before they even come out of my freezing trap because of my improved trap skill. That's amazing. Oh, I don't even have enough food on me either. That's alright, we're gonna farm a bunch of meat here pretty soon. Alright, we've got Furious Howl rank 3 and Perfect by rank 6. Ooh. And Dash? Was that Dash? Oh, we got Dash too. Nice. Okay, we learned Furious Howl rank 3. 2 more things to learn. Yeah. Look at that dash, man. That is, he's zipping along, man. just got 2 greens. 12 agility. It's actually not a bad tunic. And he gets into combat quick with that dash. I like it. I think it'd be really cool. You know, it'd be really cool. And I just thought of this. And I think of shit like this all the time when I'm playing World of Warcraft. I just thought of this, and I think this is a really good idea, actually. All right. I think what would be really cool in World of Warcraft, and I don't even think I've ever seen this in any MMO, to be honest. I would like to see weapon enchants. I would like to see a weapon. Weapons can be enchanted with 3 ranks. Weapons can be enchanted. Weapons can have 3 enchants on them. Okay? And the chance they can have are 1 rank 1, 1 rank 2, and 1 rank 3. Rank 1 is going to be your, big DPS or healing enchant. This is going to be like a smaller, more kind of niche enchant, maybe some sort of effect-based, effect-based enchant. And then your final enchant is going to be more cosmetic with possibly some slight utility. Okay, so I think this would be super cool. In fact, I would think it would be an amazing system to implement on any MMO. I do this all the time when I'm playing MMOs. I'll just come up with shit and just out of my head and be like, oh, this seems, and it just pops into my head. And I think this would be fantastic. So you would have, like, for example, like, let's say my hunter's got, like, my weapon enchant. Let's say that they're a marksman, and they might have just like an agility enchant is their rank 1 enchant. The rank 2 enchant is that whenever their arrows strike, they have a small chance to maybe recuperate some mana. And their third enchant is maybe every so often when they fire an arrow, it becomes a fiery arrow and adds a slight bit of damage. But it's more for like just a cool visual effect. It's like, oh, this is cool every so often when I'm shooting arrows. Or maybe every so often I'm shooting arrows and there's like a frost effect that slows the target. But it's rare, like it doesn't happen very often. And you could come up with really cool enchant system based around this that could apply to all classes. And it's just something that would make the game more fun. So, and I just pulled that shit out of my ass literally like when I was sitting here killing these wolves. Did we get any meat yet? Yeah, there we go. And did we learn anything else? I don't think we did. We still haven't learned. No, we have bite rank. No, hold on a second. Yeah, no, we've only got bite rank 5. We still need to learn bite rank 5 and dash, so we've got a ways to go yet. Man, that wolf is quick. This wolf is so blue. I forgot how fast Dash was, man. This wolf's zipping around, man. There we go, bite rank 6. And dash is the only other thing. So let's turn off. Oh no. Let's turn off Furious Howl. There it is, dash rank 2, sweet. I don't have enough mana to put on Cheetah, come on. Thank you, Long Tooth Runner. You trained me 3 different abilities. I appreciate it.
Ishnu Allah. Farewell.
assist you and illuminate your path. I am honored. Till next we meet.
I've only got 4 training points. Shit. Oh my god. Here, let's see. Oh, it did let me do it. Took all my training points. Damn. Oh well.
Hello. Farewell.
Ishnuala.
Can I assist you? Del Natres.
Hey Brandon, how's it going, man? It's going good. Just gonna grind out some wolf meat here to get some food, some 8 stamina food, and then get a little bit of experience, and we're gonna do some Naga quests. Just gonna try to grind out level 45 here, hopefully. And then maybe if I get lucky, I can find some Zulfaric dungeon runs, maybe? That would be ideal. Once we hit 45. Nice. Pet ding is always good. Yeah, I stick with flurries all the way to 60. The cool thing about flurries is, yeah, they're expensive to get, but I mean, I use them all the way to 60. So, in fact, on Skull Rock, my melee hunter was still using them. I mean, I hadn't done any raids, so because nobody would take a melee hunter in a raid. So the good thing is though they have dual spec here, so we should be able to set up like a marksman build. And then we should be able to hopefully do some raids, you know? Yeah, this is a fresh server. The server's been out since, like, I think November. It's been out for about a month now, like 4 weeks now. So. Yep, fresh server. Actually, I don't want that playlist. Let's do. Whirlwind Axe. Yeah, they're adding dual specs, so I'll be able to have 2 specs. I can have my melee hunter build and, you know, and my marksman build. That way I can run raids as a marksman to get gear for the melee hunter build, basically. You know what I mean? Yeah, which we couldn't do that on Skull Rock because there was no dual spec. So you had to respec if you wanted to like raid as marksman, which is really expensive. I mean, it's not cheap to respec all the time in vanilla. So no, it's not Classic Plus. To me, Classic Plus is a lot more than just adding dual spec. You need a lot more than that. You need like a vanilla or a Turtle WoW type thing where they've added all kinds of new quests. And Turtle WoW has like over like 1,000. What did I do? Oh shit! I just used a potion by accident. I fat fingered my my potion. Let's see if we can get somebody else. I fat fingered my immolation potion. Like, oops. There's no transmogs or anything. This is just classic WoW. They haven't done anything new other than they added dual spec and removed the debuff limit. And added, you know, a couple of just minor things. Nothing that I would consider make it Classic Plus. Just some convenience stuff. You know, to me, Classic Plus is like what Turtle WoW did. Where you're basically taking the original game. You're not really adding new continents or anything, but you're just adding like new areas in the world that didn't exist, with all new content, all new quests and stuff, and even like new lore. And to me, that's Classic Plus. Yeah, I got the Harad shoulder, which is kind of crappy, but for melee it's not too bad. But there were some shoulders in the auction house I could have got that were probably a little bit more effective. You know, but they didn't look as good. But we'll swap these out once we can find some decent ones. Yeah, I couldn't. The reason I dropped Self-Found wasn't because I didn't like Self-Found. It didn't have anything to do with gear. The reason I dropped Self-Found was money and bank space. I couldn't make money to get my flurry axes without dropping Self-Found, and because two things: I couldn't sell stuff. You know, I couldn't sell all the greens I was getting, and I couldn't grind out the earth elementals that I like to do for money for solid stone and elemental earth. And also I couldn't even herbal. You know, I couldn't even like collect herbs as much as I wanted to. I couldn't even collect herbs as much as I wanted to because I just ran out of bank space. You know, you just don't have bank space, and you don't have enough money to sit there and buy 10 gold, 25 gold additional bank slots. You know, it's too expensive. So at around 35, I dropped Self-Found just so I could start using my other character, my level 1 character in Stormwind as a banker. So I had more bank space, and then of course it just enables me to take my banker to sell all my greens and stuff, and basically start making money. So I've easily made, you know, well over a couple. I think I've made about 150 gold, maybe 200 gold, just farming and selling stuff. Most of the money I was making was farming the earth elementals. I was making anywhere from 5 to 10 gold an hour probably doing that, because I'd usually get a couple stacks of solid stone, which sells for about 2 gold, and then I would get all the stupid stone they drop, which sells for like 5 gold, and then I would usually get maybe 1 or 2 greens, and you know, and of course you're going to get all the deep rock salt or whatever it's called. And so yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, I farmed those for like 2 levels at least, so you know, that's like about 8 hours of farming. You know, so you're talking at least 100 gold probably right there. No, I don't have a mount because I spent the gold for my mount on my flurry axe. I do not have a mount. All that money went to the flurry axe. So yeah, no mount yet. I think I've got about 59 gold though. I got 57 gold, so we'll get a mount here probably pretty soon. It doesn't hurt as much on a hunter because you know you've got cheetah. It's not too bad. Oh. Yeah, exactly. And then I've got to start grinding money for Petri Flasks. Yep. Those Petri Flasks are going to run probably 100 gold each. So, and you need, I mean, honestly, And all the time I played my 60 melee hunter on Skull Rock, I only used like maybe 2 Petri flasks. I had to use one on, you know, when I was doing UBRS on the, you know, on the final boss in UBRS. I had to use it because I was pulling him and he conflagged me. Actually, no, he didn't conflag me. He resisted my feign death. So I pull him into the beast room, and then I feign death, and he runs back to the group. The problem is when I feign death, he resisted. So since he resisted, I had to Petri. And then the other time I Petried, I don't remember the other time. Probably some group or the shit hit the fan, and I think I Petried. It was bought for you by your guildies. Yeah, I don't think the days of. I think people don't really. There aren't guilds. At least I haven't been in any guilds where people are really get to know people in the guild. Like I've been in like 6 or 7 guilds on the server just because I've been trying to find one that I thought was, you know, nice people. And this guild so far, I like this one. This is the Stonehearth Legion. You can see I just posted my character background story here because they do little RP stuff. They've got a WoW RP chat. Maybe, you know, you've got some voice channels. They did their the pole tabard one, or the tabard pole when they first created that. They've got the, you know, the RIP channel so people can post their death videos or screenshots when they die. They've got nice self-promotion, which I would think is every Discord WoW server should have, so people can post their streams. Looking for group, you know, and of course the pets, typical. So they got most of the basic channels you need, I think, on a decent Discord server. But they're just friendly people. Pretty good guild. The other guild I was in was called Embrace. It was called Embrace Our Penis, and it sounds so stupid. I can't believe they created that guild name. So they created a guild name called Embrace Our Penis, like this. You know, like RP. But I'm like, that's so dumb because it sounds like it's saying Embrace Our Penis, like a man's penis, right? So I'm like, really? I'm like, you really created a guild called Embrace Our Penis? You know what I mean? If you wanted to, if you wanted it to be like Embrace Our Penis, and you didn't want it to sound like Embrace, you know? I mean, hopefully they weren't trying to make it sound like Embrace our dick, you know? So if that was like an accident, then they should have just called it Embrace RP. So, but I was in that guild for like a few days, and just because I wanted to see, you know, I was looking for nice people, and the people invited me into the guild, and they were really friendly. But then once I got in the guild, it was too casual, you know, like they just didn't. And then like one of the high level characters, and then like this person in the guild was like level 58 or level 60, and they killed their character on purpose because they just said, oh, that was the whole goal, was to level a character up to 60 and then just quit. And I'm like, and I guess that's everybody's priority to play the game however they want, but I just don't understand that, you know. Like if you like World of Warcraft and you're going to play World of Warcraft, why would you kill your character? I don't know. You know, to each their own, but that hurts my soul a little bit. You know, to spend all that time leveling character in hardcore to 60 and then just killing them on purpose. It just kind of hurts me, you know. So. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I agree. I just couldn't believe that. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But so I've been in that guild, and then I was in a guild called. So the guilds I've been in on this server is Embrace RPNs, which was just I couldn't be in a guild that their name was based on a dick joke, and they just weren't serious enough. And then, which what a surprise, right? With a name like that, you wouldn't expect them to be very serious, I guess. And then I was in a guild called... I was in the Self-Found, and the reason I left that guild was because I dropped Self-Found. But that's a really good guild. Like, if you're like a Self-Found character, that's a great guild. It's a really good guild. Really nice people. In fact, I've found that the people that are really focused on hardcore, like the Self-Found people, are generally the ones that are probably the nicest people, you know? They seem to be anyway. Like, the people who have been playing hardcore for years are, I think, are nicer than the people who just kind of come into the server and have never done it before, and they're just trying it out, and they came from maybe retail or something, and those are the people that I think aren't as nice, you know? Like, I think it's pretty apparent that classic WoW players, like vanilla WoW players, are nicer than retail players. Like, the people that played vanilla private servers were always, in my opinion, a lot nicer than the people I ran into in retail WoW. People that were like true vanilla players, you know, like that really loved just vanilla WoW. So what was the other guilds I was in on the server? I was in one called like the Hidden, not the Hidden, what was it called? I think I was in Immortal for like 10 minutes, and it just, the guild chat was just way too childish. You know, they were talking about getting high and shit, and I was like, whatever, you know, I don't have time for you kiddies. You know, it's just like, whatever. And then a couple of the guilds, there was one called like, it was called like the Hidden Sword or something. And I think I left that guild just because it was too small. There just wasn't, I mean, even though the guild had like 100, like 200 people, like there were only ever like 15 or 20 online. So that just wasn't really enough people. So then I got into this guild called Stonehearth Bunker. And it's just, I like it because it's, there's always a lot of people online. There's like 78 online. And if you look at the total guild number, it's you know, it's like 468, which I thought was good. You know, it's not like 1,000, which means they're not mass spam inviting everybody. You know, when you get in these guilds on these fresh servers that are like maxed at like 1,000 guild members, it's just because they're mass spam inviting people, and I don't want to be a guild that just basically invites mass spam. You know, just basically spams people with guild invites. You know, I don't really want to be in a guild like that. And then the other thing you can do is you can always sort by last online, and then just see. What I like to do is see how many people have been online in the guild within like a day. So you go here, and you have to go all the way to day 2 here. And you've got about, you know, 70% of the people in the guild have played within the last 24 hours. Or I don't know if the day goes to, I don't know if it has to go to 48 before it's technically 2. So, but anyways, so it's pretty active. But I think most of the guilds on the server that I've been in are all pretty active. I haven't really seen a lot of fall off on this server. Like if you look at the layers, and you can see here, now there are only 7, so I guess that is a little bit of fall off. When I first started playing, there were 10, so, or like 9 or 10. But this is a Friday night, so Friday night a lot of people go out and do stuff in the real world. But we'll see tomorrow on Saturday. That's going to be the true test. If it's back up to 10 layers, then that means the server is still pretty much retaining, I think, most of the player base. You know? But from what I've seen, the server is, you know, it's still extremely populated. And another way you can test that is go to the auction house and just do a search, just do a general search and see how many auctions there are in the auction house. And for me, I always want to see at least 10,000 auctions, at least, and I would like to see over 15,000 auctions in the auction house. And on this server, I did a search and there were like 25,000 auctions, so that's really good. That's a lot. That's a lot of auctions. So that means that the server is very. And keep in mind that there's a lot of people on this server that are self-found. I mean, there's thousands of people that are self-found, which means they're not listing any auctions. So all those self-found people, when they get 60, most of them will drop the self-found because they want to, at that point, use the auction house. So we'll, you know, as more and more self-found people get to 60, then that's going to be more and more people listing auctions. So I do not. I never played on I never played on Nostarius. Nostarius was... It was really the whole hype around Nostarius getting shut down that first got my attention really on private servers. Because I always knew that WoW private servers existed, but I just always had heard they weren't very good. And so I never played on them. And so instead of playing like WoW private servers, at around the time that Nostarius was around, I was playing other MMOs. You know, I was either playing Guild Wars. I was playing something else. I don't know if it was Black Desert Online or Guild Wars 2 or whatever it was. It was something else. And then when I saw the hoopla around how good Nostarius was, that's when I decided to first start checking out private servers. And so my first private server I played on was those ones that have been around for a long time. I can't remember right now what they were called, but Kronos. Yeah, Kronos is it. So I played on Kronos 1. No, it was Kronos. It was Warmane's Wrath of the Lich King. I played on Kronos 1 was the first private vanilla server I ever played on. It was Kronos 1. And it was good. I mean, the server ran great. I was like, and I was really impressed. I was like, and I had a blast. I thought, this is fun. This is great. And then when the people that put out Nostarius, when that code got out, and it got picked up by, I believe, Elysium, and Elysium launched their server, then I played on that. And then I went through the whole, like, you know, I played on Elysium, I played on Light's Hope, I played on a bunch of those, you know, for years. So I played vanilla private servers for like 5 years, you know, 4 or 5 years probably. And then, you know, and then finally, you know, World of Warcraft put out Classic WoW, and then I started playing that. I played on Warmane a little bit, not a lot. Wrath of the Lich King was never my favorite expansion. I mean, it's a good expansion, but I don't know. Honestly, I think I liked Burning Crusade more than Wrath of the Lich King. Although the Wrath of Lich King zones were way better. I think the you know, I always call it like the noobification of WoW, like like WoW going away from what vanilla truly was to what retail is started as soon as TBC, right? It started in TBC, like immediately on the next expansion. Because they immediately at that point were already like changing content, like to make it more like noob friendly or casual friendly, however you want to call it. Like for example, like in vanilla, when you go to zones like Lakeshire, or you go to zones like almost any zone in vanilla WoW, at the end when you finish most of the quests, they progress towards quests near the end of the zone that have elite mobs, right? A lot of them have elite mobs that you have to kill for elite quests, or there's certain specific, you know, elite quests. And in Burning Crusade, those elite mobs suddenly weren't elite mobs anymore. So like in Lakeshire, if you do the Lakeshire elite quests, in TBC, those mobs are no longer, the quests are still there. Same quests, but the mobs are no longer elite. You know, and then you get to Wrath, and it just gets even easier. Like the content, the leveling content is what I'm talking about, gets even easier. Although Wrath changed things quite a bit because they added so much. I think they added a lot to Wrath as far as like, you know, the zones were a lot different and a lot better, I think, than TBC. They added a lot in Wrath. I haven't played Wrath in a long time, but the feeling of vanilla started to change, and not for the good, as early as TBC. And it got even more and more further away from vanilla in Wrath of the Lich King. But they're both good expansions. I like TBC and I like Wrath. And then once you get past those two, you know, they're not, you know, the game just isn't that good anymore. But but the thing is, there's certain things about retail expansions, you know, that are really good. I mean, like, I really enjoyed Mists of Pandaria's crafting. I thought a lot of the changes they made in the crafting in Mists of Pandaria was really good. I thought the PvP super balanced in Mists of Pandaria. I thought that the War Within had a lot of really cool open world PvP stuff. In fact, the open world PvP in War Within was really, really fun. It is really, really fun. They just ruin PvP in that they keep changing classes so drastically that you'll have a class that's too strong one week, and then 2 or 3 weeks later it's too weak, you know, because they'll nerf the shit out of it, which I think is just stupid. I don't, you know, it's just, I hate that, you know. I think WoW, and I have always thought that WoW has done an extremely poor job at balancing classes in WoW in WoW for PvP. They've never been good at it, like at all. There's other MMOs I played that have been much more balanced when it comes to PvP, and it is difficult because you're constantly changing and adding stuff. But they certainly could have done a better job, and there's just no excuse for some of the things they do in retail. Like they just week to week they come out with massive changes that drastically affect characters, and it's just not good. And it's not fair because someone loves playing warrior and that's the only class they like to play, and they might wait for like 2 expansions to get a version of the warrior that's viable in PvP. Finally, they're like, finally, warrior is really good in PvP, and then you nerf the shit out of it, you know. And now they're like, well, great, it was good for like 2 weeks, you know, like, and it's just stupid. So there's all sorts of other things that are wrong with retail, but the War Within was really cool. As far as like some of the stuff they did, I thought were really good changes, and the zones are really, really good. And like stuff like Battle for Azeroth, not Battle for Azeroth, but like Warlords of Draenor. A lot of people say WoD was like one of the worst expansions, but I really liked Garrisons. I thought Garrisons were really fun. I understand why they're bad for the game, though, because they turned the game into a single-player game where people just were playing in their garrisons by themselves, you know. But it was fun. It was neat to have, because garrisons were like the closest thing you had to player housing. And so it was really cool to be able to get ore and herbs from your own kind of controlled land, you know, land that you controlled and that you managed, which I think is something that all MMOs should have. So player housing is something that should have been in WoW a long time ago. And so I think garrisons were the closest thing that we had. So I thought garrisons were interesting, you know, and they were good and bad about them, but I definitely think they were fun to play around with. And also I like the PvP zone I liked Ashran. I thought Ashran was a lot of fun. And I thought the zones in general were nice. I thought the zones were cool in Warlords of Draenor. Yeah. Yeah, Pandaria, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, remember I was talking, Laser, I was saying that what I liked about Pandaria was the crafting, and the cooking was my favorite part of Pandaria, was the cooking. And you definitely, yeah, you would raise crops, I think, on your farm in Pandaria, yep. Which I like. I like that. I love crafting. So what I'm saying is, you know, retail WoW, as bad as it is, you know, they add things here and there that are good things. But I can always go back and play classic vanilla WoW, and to me, it's by far the best version of the game. And it's just because the leveling experience is just so much different. You know, it's not this like, I mean, you have to spend some effort. It takes time to level to 60, and I think that ingratiates you to your character. You like form a bond with your character because you've had to take time, and if you play hardcore, it just amplifies that experience because it's difficult. No matter how good you are at WoW, it's really easy to die. I mean, you know, you could get a disconnect, so you could walk right into a rare world boss or something, or you could just make a mistake and accidentally pull a few mobs more than you wanted to. And there's a lot of things you can do to get killed, you know. So if you make it to level 60 in hardcore, that forms an even stronger bond with that character, you know. And then if you guys ever played the Darkest Dungeon, the one thing about the Darkest Dungeon that was always kind of a pain is you almost always knew you were going to die. In the Darkest Dungeon, it is incredibly difficult to keep characters alive. People, you know, you just died all the time. And you had to come to grips with that. You had to come to grips with the fact that your character's probably going to die. And I think in hardcore WoW, you kind of almost have to do that. If you're going to be raiding and stuff, and unless you're like in a really, really elite guild who's incredibly like skilled, which they do exist. There's one on this server, which is called Purpose, as the guild's called Purpose, and they're like the best guild on the server as far as, you know, raiding. They wouldn't let me in the guild because I'm a melee hunter, but if I dual spec into marksman, I could probably get into Purpose, and that probably would be the goal. Honestly, on the server would be to get into Purpose, because they're going to have most of the raids, I think, on farm status pretty quick, you know. And I'm not a big raider, so I don't even remember how to do a lot of the raids, you know, like Molten Core and stuff. I barely even remember them because I haven't done them in so long, you know. I like to farm these wolves just because Well, one, they go down pretty quick, so it's easy to get XP pretty fast. But two, they drop a lot of red wolf meat. They also drop tender wolf meat. So not only do they, so I can basically craft 2 different types of stamina food with these guys. So that's good for 2 reasons. One, it's good to have, but 2, it's an easy way to make money, right? You know, we can craft the hot wolf ribs here, which, look at that, sells for 3 silver per wolf rib. And we can also craft probably the seasonal wolf kebabs. No, the tender wolf meat. Actually, no, the tender wolf meat, we don't even have that recipe yet. We'll get that over in Daenerys. So, yeah, you can make really good money just farming these guys if you want. If you wanted to sell all the meat that you craft. So it's another pretty decent way to make money. And these guys, like I said, they're easy to kill. They die pretty quick. At least, you know, for me, for a melee hunter, I'm not like a warrior. I'm not like a rogue or something where I can just one-shot something. But, you know, obviously, if I want to kill quickly, I just get my trap down and my Serpent Sting up, and the mob's going to die pretty quick, right? We hit Serpent Sting, and, well, it's got to land, though. And then this mob will... I won't even have to use Raptor Strike. It'll die pretty fast.
Sequences playing back visions by stereo air and fragmenting emissions. I'm lost and found. The loneliest thing in the shape of a fist that I wish I could bring in this bitter abyss is my petrified heart. Still table with yours, immortal. Nothing is sacred and nothing is sure anymore, except all that you are and stand for. Guide me toward your portal.
Yeah, I do know that I have cheat on. Sometimes I leave it on just to move quickly between packs. And you'll see me take it on and off all the time. Sometimes I'll try to leave it on just so I can move quickly between packs, but then I'll get hit and I'll take it off. Even with like my pet's growl at the highest rank, you know, if I'm like, you know, if I crit a few times with Mongoose Bite, I can pull threat pretty quickly. Yeah, you get days for sure. Not really a big deal. On these guys. It's just me wanting to move quickly between the pulls. But you can see I pull threat all the time, even though, you know, my pet's got the highest rank of growl, so it's just the way it is, unfortunately. Hey, Vols, what's up? How you doing? Oh yeah, I get that too. I get so much neck pain, and oh man, we got another chest piece. 16 agility. Level 36. Man. That's not bad. I mean, 100. Oh, it's leather though. Nah, never mind. Still, maybe I'll be able to sell it. Hopefully. I need to level my banker up to level 5 so she can pick up enchanting, so we can start DEing stuff and selling the regions. Oh yeah. I don't know what's going on tomorrow. Like, me and my wife may be going out and doing stuff tomorrow, so I mean, probably we will. So I probably won't be streaming tomorrow until tomorrow night, like tomorrow evening. This is my crit. 25% with Mongoose. 25% chance crit with Mongoose. Work's over for 3 weeks. Oh, nice. Lucky you. I get my 2 weeks off coming up soon. Saturday night tabletop, nice. Little tabletop role play, awesome. I'm jealous. Yeah, Pathfinder. I know you play Pathfinder, Laser. It's awesome. I'm sure it's fun. Yeah.
When your day is long, night is yours alone. Sure you've had enough of this life. Hang on. Don't let yourself go. 'Cause everybody
Your neck's, this song's a tribute to your neck hurting.
Everybody hurts sometimes.
This song is for all the people in hardcore that have lost their characters, right?
Sometimes everything's wrong. Now it's time to sing.
When day is gone.
Feel like letting go. Think you've had too much this life. 'Cause everybody hurts. Take comfort in your friends. Everybody hurts. Don't throw your hands.
Oh, is it? Was it another new big count? Another high, man? Let me check. I hadn't checked in the last few hours. No, I haven't been into the office yet. He's out of the country, so. Holy shit. Damn. It's gonna go up. Did you see the here, did you see Crypto's or Us stream? Oh, let's see.
On your own. This life, days and nights are long. When you think you've had too much of this life.
It was in here somewhere. Maybe it wasn't this one. But actually, no, it was an article. Hold on a second. Maybe I put it in my crypt. Let me see. Yeah, but it's like the supply shock. Like the supply shock is so bad. In fact, it's getting scary. Like, I don't know where. Let's see. Yeah, 3 million. Okay. It's down to, I think there's only, it hit a 6-year low. There was one chart I had. Where was it at? Man, these aren't giving me the chart. But it's scary when you look at it, right? These are but anyways, it's low. It's like really low. I think, was it on X? Yeah. But I mean, when you look at how fast it's dropped in the past year, I was just like, oh my God. Like, people don't understand that it is just, and George understands it, right? George was talking about in his video today. It is going to skyrocket. Bitcoin is going to skyrocket. within the next few months. I really think it is. I think it's going to shoot up to like 150 at least 150. 150,000 in probably the next like 2 or 3 months, because the supply shock is just crazy. I mean, people are buying too much Bitcoin, and there just isn't enough of it to be bought. And people are going to start realizing, if I don't get it now, I'm not going to be able to get any. I don't have any money right now to buy any, or I'd be buying it. I don't have any money. I'm broke. I bought my new car, so I just picked up a new car payment. So I'm like, man, I put down a bunch of cash on my car, and then I picked up that car. Plus, I still got the car payment on my truck. So I'm broke, man. I'm broke. Yeah, and I don't think, and Texas just did the bill to try to get a Bitcoin reserve, I think, for Texas, which is huge, right? So it's just, I mean, if anybody's on this stream has any money, you should be buying Bitcoin. That's all I'm saying. Buy Bitcoin. You're throwing your money away right now if you aren't buying Bitcoin. Seriously, it's as sure as a thing as I'm 54 years old, and this is the easiest way to make money in life right now. You know what I mean? This is the easiest way to make money. Yeah, so this is not financial advice. I'm just saying. Yeah, we might have another. I'm sure. We're going to have the bear market where the price will go down. But I mean, how much is it going to go down? See, the problem with that, Laser, is there's so many people that want Bitcoin, and the supply is going down. So how's the bubble? The reason the bubble burst before was for a lot of other reasons. It was because of the fear around the strength of Bitcoin, and the fear around exchanges. Like the one exchange that got hacked or whatever, or FTX, and then China basically banning Bitcoin, which now I think they've turned back, and now they've unbanned it, I believe, haven't they? So you know what I mean. So the things that caused it to burst don't exist anymore. You know what I mean? And also, institutions, like you said, couldn't buy it legally. The only thing that's going to stop Bitcoin at this point is some sort of governmental people stepping in and banning it, or doing some sort of governments but the thing is, they're not going to do that, because at this point they realize they're better off just adopting it and making money off of it than trying to stop it, because it's just too difficult to stop at this point. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think, what's going to be really cool, Voss? I really hope that it drops. That's the thing that people don't understand, is I want the price of Bitcoin to go way down next year. I want it to reach a certain high, right? So I can take some profits, take some money and make some money. But then I want it to drop like a shit ton. That way next year when I get my bonus, I can just buy a shit ton of Bitcoin with it. You know what I mean? I want it to go down. So plus hopefully it'll go down so people can actually buy Bitcoin, because man, there just isn't much left right now. Oh, my inventory is full. Yeah, all Bitcoin is digital gold. That's all it really is. That's pretty much all it is. It's just digital, but I mean, it's better than digital gold, obviously, because you can't go to another country and buy a house with your gold very easily. You got to transfer, you know, you got to somehow transfer the value of that gold. You know what I mean? The cool thing about Bitcoin is that it's easily accessible anywhere in the world. No matter where I am in the world, I pretty much have access to my Bitcoin, pretty much. Whereas, like, if I want to go to another country and buy something with my gold, I mean, good luck trying to transport the gold, and then, or else you're gonna have to, like, somehow get, you know, hedge against the value of your gold to buy something, you know, whatever. But I'm not a financial analyst, but there's negative aspects to Bitcoin too.
I am honored.
All right, what we got here? So let's go ahead. I don't think we're gonna need the Wicked Claw.
Goddess watch over you.
I don't think we're gonna need this. We're gonna have to sell these vests. Actually, let me. Hot spices.
My goods are of the highest quality. Good luck.
See, like 38 wolf meat. Nice.
Hello. Farewell.
Yeah, that's the difference between Bitcoin and gold, right? Yeah, I mean the difference is they can pretty much always find more gold. They spend more and more money to mine deeper and deeper and find better ways to mine and get more gold. I mean, you could even, you know, and so yeah, I mean the amount of gold isn't finite, whereas there's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin. So I don't know. The fear was that whole of Middle of Earth. The whole of Middle Earth wasn't made of gold; it was made of mithril. Mithril. It's as hard as dragon scales. Yeah, my precious. Nah. Hey, all I can tell you is that since I started buying Bitcoin, I've seen about a 25% in return, like maybe actually more than that, 35% or something. You know, I made like 35% over what I've put in, so yeah, lighter steel. It's as light as a feather and hard. It's as light as a feather and hard as dragon scales. Mithril. All right, so we got some meat. Do I have a repair person, innkeeper, general supplies, cloth? Oh, wait a minute.
Elune
Oh,
adore.
this is a repair person. The Russet hat, nice.
Be careful.
All right, so yeah. All right, so I'm probably gonna take a break, guys. I hate to do this. I know I've only been streaming for 2 hours and 22 minutes, but oh, this is the guild that I was in. I was in this guild, the Unknown Hand. I think they had the cool guild tabard. One of the guilds I was in had a really cool guild tabard, but I think they were the one that just wasn't very big. Anyways, but I think I'm gonna stop the stream here, just because I've got some stuff I want to do in RL. But I'll be streaming tomorrow, probably tomorrow evening. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow evening. But we're already almost level 45, so yeah, you guys have a good night, and thanks for stopping in. But yeah, I gotta check on the wife and make sure she's okay, and do some things around here. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow yet. I mean, I think we're gonna go. Me and my wife are gonna go maybe out to we like to go out to the woods, get away from the city. You know, we like to probably take my new car, and head out to somewhere, get out into nature. We like to get out, and then I'll be home tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, and then Sunday. I don't know if I'm gonna go to my wife's parents on Sunday. I doubt it. Most likely Sunday I'll be home, and I'll be able to stream a little bit more on Sunday. But we're almost level 45. Oh, I want to tell you guys. So at Vols, you weren't here when I came up with another idea. You know, I always come up with WoW ideas. Right, this one just popped into my head when I was killing mobs earlier, and here, this is something that just popped into my head. I thought one thing that'd be really cool, and I think it'd be something that they should do in MMOs, is that weapons should have 3 different types of enchants you could put on a weapon. I think would be really cool. And so what I would do is I would say that instead of just having 1 enchant on a weapon, we would have a rank 1 enchant on a weapon, a rank 2 enchant on a weapon, and a rank 3 enchant on a weapon. And those enchants would be like, the rank 1 would be your regular enchant you normally think of, like a big DPS increase or some sort of, if you were a healer, maybe plus healing power. The rank 2 would be would be a smaller enchant, would be more like a niche enchantment. Like maybe like when you like use your bow, you have a chance to restore some mana or something. And then the 3rd rank would be mostly more of a cosmetic effect. Would be something like if you were an or you were a ranger, and maybe like every so often when you shoot your bow, like the arrows catch fire or something. You know what I mean? Or it could just be a visual enhancement to your weapon, right? And then, of course, the other ones would still, like this one, your rank 1 would still have a visual effect, but you could override that visual effect with a different cosmetic if you wanted to. So anyway, it's just something I came up with. I thought would be really cool for MMOs to do something like this. I don't think I've seen an MMO that has multiple enchants on weapons. I mean, I've seen MMOs where you have multiple sockets, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Retail does have cosmetic weapon. Yeah, that's right. Retail does have the cosmetic ones, but that's fairly new, and I'm not a retail player, so I don't really know how that works in retail. But anyways, I think this would be really cool. Yeah, so retail has this one. But I still think coming up with like 3 ranks of enchants would be cool. You know what I mean? Because imagine I want to have like I said, I want to have one that helps me regenerate mana. I want to have one that increases my DPS, and then I have just a cosmetic, I thought it'd be cool. It'd be cool. My pet is hungry. See, it's so easy to farm these wolf ribs, and they're 8 stamina, which isn't bad at this level. And they actually also makes really good food for my pet. So I always like to, around this level, come over here and just grind out like half a level at least, or maybe a full level on these wolves, because that way I can just stock up on a ton of hot wolf ribs and just use those as food for my pet. And then also, buff food if I want it, like 8 stamina, 8 spirits, not horrible. But we're going to get the tender wolf meat or whatever, which is, I believe, 12 stamina here pretty soon. I need to do the cooking quest. I am 225 on cooking. I'm 260 out of 300 first aid. Fishing's max. I need to do the fishing quest too. My herbalism's already maxed at 300. My alchemy's 245. So I already have my mongoose recipe. I just need to get up to 280, I think, to be able to use it. I also have Elixir of the Giants, which is really good for Melee Hunter, but I think I need 245. So, I'm working on all of those different things at the same time. But I will catch you guys later. Hope you guys have a good night. Thanks for stopping by, and I will catch you next time.